good evening to you, and you. Welcome, everyone. How are you? It is Thursday. It feels so good to be back in the studio of Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. I'd like to welcome you to Inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez, the community platform where information is guaranteed. I'm your host, producer, and presenter. This evening's program is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Center Stage brings you Inspirational Zone, News Zone, Music Zone, and more. From the Author Zone, Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. Inside the Zone's informational platform includes news, literature readings, sports, entertainment, politics, interviews, health, immigration, family, and music. These features focuses on people within the Caribbean community, across the Caribbean, and the world at large. This evening's program is brought to you by Cooler Runnings, Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and Corey's Eats, 3762 Boston Road in the Bronx. The show is broadcast on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5, Inside the Zone YouTube channel, and Spice International Gospel Network, and Touch FM Radio 90.1. I hope you're all doing well, your family, you're well. The challenges of life are not affecting you too much, the stress and all that, but I'm here to keep you company, to put smiles on your faces, and to let you know everything is going to be all right. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. It is Sounds of Africa Thursday. I introduced that last month, and it's back again. What can I say? Can't go away. Sounds of Africa Thursday. All my musical selections are centered around the motherland. Africa, Africa. Are you coming back to Africa with me? You didn't know I'm African. Oh, you're just knowing. Oh, okay. You didn't know. Inspirational Zone, get your praise on with Sounds of Africa. News Zone, delayed broadcast of the news from the Jamaica Information Service. Music Zone, Sounds of Africa, and music in between segments. Comedy Zone, vintage Jamaican comedy in memory of the late Lloyd Kelly Miller. Guess who's coming to dinner? Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. Questions. We've got the answers. You have the option to ask your questions. You have the opportunity to ask your questions. Any question concerning immigration. That's what we'll be doing in Community Law Talk at what time? 7:15 p.m. It is now time for Inspirational Zone. We get our praise on. Yes, we get our praise on. Did you know that? You didn't know? Yeah, we get our praise on. So I'd like to welcome everyone to the program this evening. And don't forget, I'm here with you until 8 o'clock. I must apologize. I was not here on Monday. I was not able to make it on Monday. And I said, oh my goodness, I know they're perhaps listening out to hear the familiar voice and my introductory track and so on, but I do apologize. I wasn't able to be here to talk with you and, get into stuff You know what I mean? But before then,
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved ones. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Scotiabank, National Commercial Bank, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account at the nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 718-801-9370. That's 718-801-9370. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Services Incorporated, NMLS number 906983, and or Western Union International Services LLC, NLMS number 906985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
my Lord. Jesus, my Lord. Jesus, my Lord. You are the joy of the whole world.
Wow, that's how I start off Sounds of Africa. Inside the Zone, center stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Call me 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. It's center stage at 7:15 p.m. Questions, questions, questions. You ask the questions, he'll give you the answer at 7:15 p.m. Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. And last week we had a few calls coming in, but due to some difficulties, I wasn't able to answer and all that. You know how that is. But guess what? This week we're good to go. So I invite you to note your questions, any immigration question that you have. I would like you to pen them down and call in at 7:15 p.m. when Mr. Merrick joins me. As always, on a Thursday, here inside the Zone, we journey over to Jamaica for a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service in News Zone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
143 of that number are confirmed positive, while 1,281 are confirmed negative cases. Of the 143 confirmed cases, to date, 52 are from Alarica, the call center in Portmore, St. Catherine. Just to say that the St. Catherine Health Department is actively following the situation at Alarica and are being provided with the additional support personnel to expedite their contact tracing efforts. In addition to the St. Catherine Health Department, the KSA, Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation area, and the Clarendon Health Department are also working to the extent that persons who work at Alarica are located in those parishes. Of the total number of staff on record at Alarica, numbering 787, 559 are from St. Catherine. We have made contact with 447. There are some challenges as it relates to 112 of those names because of addresses not being correct. We are over continuing the efforts to locate those individuals. Their contacts, meaning the contacts of persons who work and who have been tested at Alarica, we have made contact with an additional 179 of their contacts in the parish. The testing continues. Mr. Speaker, in terms of the testing protocol, I know a number of questions have been asked about this. Just let me remind the House that in keeping with the testing protocol, specimen must be collected from and will be tested for COVID-19 for the following persons. This is the existing protocol, but let me just say that it is under review constantly as the phase of the virus expansion or spread continues. We adjust the protocol as we go along to co-opt more groups. All suspected cases, as per the case definition, are tested. All symptomatic contacts of confirmed COVID-19 cases, whether they display symptoms or not. All asymptomatic close contacts of confirmed COVID-19 cases, which is linked to the previous statement I made. All SARI cases for all hospitals. All admitted lower respiratory tract infection or pneumonia from all hospitals. All influenza-like illness cases. All healthcare workers who have been assessed to be at risk from exposure to COVID-19 cases. All symptomatic healthcare workers, irrespective of contact history, are tested. And this group essentially forms the core in terms of the targeted groups that are tested as a routine in order to determine the extent of the spread of the virus, to detect, to contain, and of course to treat. By Friday of this week, Mr. Speaker, we will add a second facility to do COVID-19 testing. This is at the National Public Health Lab, and this facility is now being installed. We expect that this will be able to do an additional 350 samples per 8-hour shift. So essentially, we will be in a position to more than double our testing capacity in terms of samples per day. And depending on whether we operate 1 or 2 shifts, we will adjust as the need arises. In terms of the mobile testing, we have retrofitted 5 mobile units, Mr. Speaker. Up to yesterday, 4 were deployed to the respective regions, and this is in aid of expanding the sampling collection and testing for COVID-19. As part of those expanded testing efforts, we will begin this Friday, April 17, 2020, to expand the mobile testing in 2 health regions, the Southeast Regional Authority and in the Northeast Regional Health Authority. 1 unit was actually based in Clarendon, and I actually visited the quarantine community where they were collecting samples a few days ago. That was the first one to be deployed. Subsequent to that, additional units have been deployed. The mobile units, Mr. Speaker, will enhance the sampling or collection of sampling. There is a protocol that guides whose sample will be collected. So we have trained the medtechs to up to 55 have volunteered to support or work with the mobile units. 2 days ago, 35 were trained, and they are.
Okay, I do apologize for that. There was a glitch in the broadcast. However, as you all know, there are increased number of cases in Jamaica with the COVID, and so the Jamaican government, they're working very hard. St. Catherine is under siege. Well, that's my terminology. Hello, everybody. Welcome. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. It's Sounds of Africa Thursday, 20 minutes to 7 o'clock. If you are tuning in from across the world, I'd like to welcome you. I am broadcasting on the YouTube channel called Inside the Zone. Yes, if you have a smartphone, or if you're on your laptops or on your desktop computers and you would like to get onto YouTube, search for Inside the Zone and you will find the link there. Click subscribe, and each time I'm broadcasting, I will appear on your pop-up, and then you'll say, oh, Lady D's on, and you join me, okay? Looking forward to hearing from you today, 914-600-4228. I'd like to say hello to the staff over there at Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, and Corey's Eats. I had Aki this afternoon for lunch. I had Aki for lunch today, so I got that from Corey's Eats, and 3762 Boston Road in the Bronx, reminding you they have their waffle affair going on, so stop by, get your waffle. Cheese, blueberry, the cheesecake is nice. Okay, so get your waffles, and don't forget you heard it here inside the zone. And when you walk into the restaurants, just say, guess what? Lady D sent me. I'm here to purchase, and you let them know what you would like to eat. How about that? So that's my command to you. Hey, everybody, 90.1, 88.9, 104.5, 101.7 at 7:15. Questions. Do you have a question burning? You've had it hidden in you the whole time, because you're saying, oh my God, I need to do something, but I need the proper advice. And guess what? Mr. Merrick and Lady D are opening up their phone lines to anyone who wants to ask an immigration question. We're not speaking to any specific topic this evening. It's just a question that you need to ask, and he'll be able to answer. Call us here, 914-600-4228 at 7:15 p.m. for that segment. Hello to those of you on the YouTube channel. You can start chatting with me. I'll be able to answer. See my fingers ready to go. And spread the word. Share the link with someone. Those of you who are on the YouTube channel, just click share. And whether it's to your WhatsApp friends or your Messenger friends, send it out and let someone know. Inside the Zone is on Mondays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Got some more Sounds of Africa for you now. You'll be hearing Sounds of Africa on a third Wednesday. Okay? Log it. On a third Wednesday, I'll go do my research for you and come with some nice African rhythms, songs that you're not hearing customarily, but they're out there. They are out there. And I love to start off with my children, okay? My children.
Children have such a disarming way about them, and when they sing, there's just nothing like it. Our South African Christmas celebration would not have been complete without the pure, sweet voices of the African Children's Choir. These choirs of African children have let their light shine all over the world for more than 20 years as they have served as ambassadors for their homeland. Their joy and energy was contagious.
It is 6:45 p.m. Sounds of Africa. The African Children's Choir. At 7 p.m., Comedy Zone. In light of the late Loy Miller Barrow, Kelly Barrow. A great Jamaican actress out of Jamaica, she passed away, but her legacy lives on. Wow, the African Children's Choir. They sound good, don't they? Yes, at Sounds of Africa. 914-600-4228. Want to say hello to all those who are home. You're home right now, and perhaps you are not feeling so well. You got a touch of the COVID-19 virus. You're recuperating. Perhaps you're under quarantine, self-quarantine. All kinds of terminologies are out there. And today we were, as always, our food pantry is just ongoing. Good Neighbors Community Outreach Agency, we were feeding hundreds of people today. Packaged boxes, just coming in and going out and coming in and going out. Mondays to Wednesdays from 12 p.m. to 3, and Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's where we're operating, 3356 Seymour Avenue in the Bronx. So those of you who need food, because things are hard. A lot of people are not working right now. And, making ends meet is very difficult. And we are cognizant of that. And so we try our best to, do what we can, as always, to help the community. 6:49 p.m., more music for you.
Open our eyes to see the need. Open our ears to hear the cry. The broken hearted, the wounded soul. You're calling us. We will go, we will be your hands and feet. We will run, we will reach the least of peace. Shine the light of your love to the ends of the earth. We will go, we will go, we will go. Open our hearts to hear you sing a song of love, a song of peace, declaring freedom and hope for all. You're calling us. We will go, we will be your hands and feet. We will run, we will reach the least of peace. Shine the light of your love to the ends of the earth. We will go, we will go, we will go. We will go, we will go. We will go, we will be your hands and feet. We will run, we will reach the least of peace. Shine the light of your love to the ends of the earth. We will go, we will go, we will go. Oh, we will go, we will be your hands and feet. We will run, we will reach the least of peace. Shine the light of your love to the ends of the earth. We will go, we will go, we will go.
Ever heard about Watutu Children's Choir? They go all around the world and they perform. They were at my church about 5 years ago. Awesome. The littlest person in the group. They're great. Hello, Sounds of Africa Thursday, center stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Here inside of the zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. If you'd like to send me an email to inside the zone nyc at gmail.com. That's inside the zone nyc at gmail.com. 6:53 p.m. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show.
When you are hungry, come to Kulu Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nereida Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved ones. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Scotiabank, National Commercial Bank, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account at the nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 718-801-9370. That's 718-801-9370. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Services Incorporated, NMLS number 906983, and or Western Union International Services LLC, NLMS number 906985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
Welcome back. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez, producer and presenter inside the zone. Here on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7, Spice International Gospel Network, that's Sign FM 88.9, and Touch FM Radio 90.1. Thank you for tuning in to the show this evening. It's nice and easy, and you just relax with me. No rush, no rush. Just want you to know that I'm here for you, and especially at 7:15 p.m. in Community Law Talk. You have a burning immigration question? Call us at 7:15 p.m. 914-600-4228, and Mr. Merrick will be able to answer your question. He's an attorney at law. Did you know that? Yes, he is. So call me here at 914-600-4228. 5 minutes to 7 o'clock. Are you celebrating a birthday today? If you are, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday, and if no one sings your birthday, not a soul. Say, Lady D sang for me. Yes, she did. Live on the radio. Right? Say, Lady D sang for me on the radio. Okay? It's your wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. I'll have to go find an anniversary song for you that I can sing for you when it's your anniversary, A baby came in the world today, and we say life has come in the world. You know what I thought of? It might appear and sound a bit morbid to you, but it really isn't. I was thinking to myself that while there are friends and family who are losing their loved ones to this dreaded disease, and if you notice, even if they have an underlying condition, did you know that they are not recording your family's death as someone who died from cancer because they had cancer or diabetes or high blood pressure, all those common kinds of underlying causes and illnesses? They're recording them as COVID-19 death. Did you know that? Yes, that's what they're doing. But while people are passing away, did you know that every second somewhere in the world a baby comes into the world? So the transition is being made, you know. Someone is journeying to the other side and life is coming into the world. So while life is being departed from somebody's body, you know, a baby comes in kicking and screaming. Ever thought about that? Yes, I thought about it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. 2 minutes to 7 o'clock, reminding you at 7 p.m. Guess what? I'm going to be airing for you a clip from Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? You know, starring Oliver Samuels, Loy Kelly, Barrow Miller. Miller Barrow. Which one is it again, Lady D? Get it together here. Get it together. Yes, she passed away. Great actress. I cannot forget when I saw her in John Black. And they showed a nice little clip. I went back and looked at that clip. Herself and, what's his name again? Who starred in it. And he came into the room and sat right by her bedside. So he's representing death, you know. And she says, "You'll come for me." Oh boy, to say my goodness. And now she has passed away. So in Comedy Zone, her name is Loy Kelly Miller, formerly Barrow. We knew her as Loy Kelly Barrow. And so I'm going to be playing this clip for you, which isn't long because at 7:15 p.m. I will be going right into, you know, the segment that we call Community Law Talk at 7:15. But welcome to Comedy Zone, right here inside the zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Log the number. Place it somewhere safe in your phone, somewhere on your refrigerator. 914-600-4228. Call in, share the word. You know, somebody who has always had a concern about somebody petitioning for me and I don't have this and I don't have that. Or somebody petitioned for me and it didn't do right. And what do I do now? You know, all those kinds of issues. Somebody trying to do something and, you know, kind of scamming me. You know, whatever. Oh boy, life. So, have them call us at 7:15 p.m. Welcome, on time, on target, 7 o'clock, Comedy Zone, here on Inside the Zone with Lady.
Jane, stop wearing out your shoe sole and fix me a drink.
Oh, please, don't treat this occasion lightly. The least you can do for our daughter this evening is be sober.
Not my daughter, yours.
Ours? She became ours 3 years ago. Remember?
The food ready?
Yes, but we're not touching it till they get here.
Okay, but fix me a drink. One little drink can't drunk a big man like me.
No drink. You chat too much when you drink, and I don't want you embarrassing me this evening.
Look who's talking. You chat even in your sleep.
Let's not start an argument, Paul. Please. We might be meeting our future son-in-law this evening.
We've met 1,000 son-in-laws over the last couple of years. She's at that age.
This time it's different. I can tell. Donna is really in love.
Every month for the last 2 years.
Oh, you wouldn't understand. You're about as sensitive as a gorilla on cocaine. We mothers can tell these things, you know. We just know.
How?
Remember how she was on about that trip to Orlando?
Which we can't afford. If I follow you and your daughter, I end up in debtor's jail or maybe almshouse.
Don't you realize she hasn't said a word about that trip for 2 weeks?
Because she hasn't been here, coming all over the night.
Oh, she speaks of nothing but Oliver. She eats, drinks, and sleeps, Oliver.
Probably sleep with him too.
Oh, no, she doesn't.
How are you so sure?
Because she's my daughter, and she was brought up with certain principles.
She's not our daughter again.
Oh, you're a dunderhead sometimes.
What time is it?
It's after 7. But they're late. They should have been here long ago. I wonder what... Oh, incidentally, We have accepted an invitation to cocktails to the Mackenzies this Friday.
We accepted.
We accepted.
You asked me anything?
You weren't sober at the time.
Fix me a drink.
No. And didn't you promise to give up drinking? Wasn't that one of your New Year's resolutions?
The year not new anymore.
Well, no drink, no drink. Just try to keep one promise for one afternoon.
Jane, when we got married, I gave up women, right?
I should hope so. No, Lord.
And then you asked me to give up smoking, and I did.
You should thank me for that. Your teeth almost white again.
And then you asked me to stop gambling, and I stopped.
So you say, but I have my doubts.
No, Jane. Now you ask me to give up drinking. If I do that, what will I have left? Nothing.
Oh?
I mean, nothing to enjoy.
Is that right?
No, I mean, oh, forget it.
No, let's not forget it. You're always starting things and never finishing them. What's that?
Must be your daughter and son-in-law.
Don't be absurd. That sounds like a bike. And you know how petrified Donna is of bikes.
Not anymore, apparently.
It's them?
It's them.
They came on a bike?
They came on a bike.
Donna on a bike? Lord have mercy, something must have happened.
Oh, control yourself, man. Control
Something
yourself.
has happened.
Control
Lord.
yourself.
Oh, Lord, I feel so nervous. I look all right.
You look fine.
Just dying to meet
Just
him.
relax.
Mom?
Don!
Mom, Dad, I would like you to meet Oliver.
Oh, my God.
This is my Oliver. Oliver, I'd like you to meet my mother and my stepfather.
Good evening, Oliver.
Daddy, that's just a hip way to shake hands.
Oh!
Mom? Donna?
No. Don't make a scene, Jane. Try to control yourself.
Is there a problem, Mother?
Listen, daughter.
Don't call her daughter. What if anyone should hear you calling my child your daughter? They may think that you and I... Paul!
You don't know what I'm on to stay.
Look, it's not only a matter of what they want. I live here as well. Well, for the time being, at any rate. Look, make yourself at home, Oliver.
Tell the truth, Donna. I don't feel welcome. But I used to get fight. I face a universal fight.
Jane, shake hands with the gentleman.
I'm delightfully pleased to encounter the eyes acquaintance.
Doesn't he speak English?
Let's see. We've been hearing quite a lot about you, Oliver.
Not true?
We wouldn't know if it's true. It's just what Donna told us.
Well, if my Donna says so, I true.
She's not your Donna.
Mother!
What do you do for a living?
Same thing as you do.
Oh, you're into construction as well?
Construction is what you do for your livelihood. What you do for living is the same thing I do. Eat, sleep, and give thanks.
Oh.
Don't you work?
Isn't he adorable?
Quite.
And love. Lots of loving. Hey, you have a very loving daughter.
Paul, I need that drink now.
What do you do in your spare time? Don't you have a job or something?
Hey, I don't know about you, you know. But you see, ideas them only have in 24 hours. And that thin bad. So I know I'm no spare time, you know, see.
See what?
What do you do for a livelihood?
Music.
Oh, that's interesting.
Do you make a lot of money out of it?
He's fantastic. So talented you would believe.
Do you have a lot of recordings?
Holy.
About how many?
Thousands.
Thousands? How long you been making records?
I'm on no make record. I'm on buy record.
He has a sound system. Oliver's high power.
Oh.
Strictly heavyweight sounds, grassroots music.
It's true.
It's true? How do you know it's true?
Well, I've been to a couple of dances. You know where Oliver played?
Dances? God help us. Paul, will you fix me a drink?
No. Where were these dances?
All about in the get-up.
Donna!
Relax, try to relax.
Shut up and fix me a drink.
No drinking. I mean, you have to keep sober. This is a special day.
Donna, all right, man. She enjoy herself when she come dance with me, say. You see when the music hit the massive, enough can't start to pop. Yeah, everybody just irate.
Is there popcorn at these dances?
I think he needs gunshots.
Oh! Call Dr. Estop. My pressure is going up.
Believe me, this is a phase she's going through. It will pass. Just try to believe, imagine as if nothing strange is going on here.
So when you said you were into music, you didn't actually mean that you're a musician?
Yes, man. The sound system is just one aspect of my individual involvement into music. But I'm involved musically, differently. See?
Seen?
What is it you do differently?
I am a singer of songs and a player of instruments.
No, really? What instrument do you play?
Well, normally I just play the triangle. But you see, when I smoke, I play anything. Drums, piano, organs, trombone, trumpet, violin, cello, mouth organ, anything.
And what kind of music do you sing?
Well, normally I sing love songs. But you see, when I smoke, I sing anything. Ballad, blues, jazz, disco, DJ, funky, instrumental, even hymns, anything.
Does all this pay? Can you make a living out of it?
Well, a doesn't do everything for money. Sometimes I just do certain things for level certain vibes and to fulfill certain inner emptiness. See?
Oliver has really written some lovely songs.
Hey, Donna, no matter with them things about, but I bring up them
Yeah,
things.
it's true. Just looking at him, you wouldn't believe the fantastic lyrics he's capable of writing.
Hey, Donna, just cool, man. I want you, just cool, man. Hey, tell them what the ones them that I write for you.
He's written several songs for me. Hey, Oliver, sing one for them, huh?
Donna, you're mad. You can't just get up and sing songs, sir, without no rehearsal. In front of strangers. You're mad. Which one?
The one you wrote last week.
No, Donna, man. Chat. They make us say I'm a show off.
No, not at all. We'd love to hear a song, especially one about our daughter. Wouldn't we, Jane?
Since when have you been authorized to speak for me?
All right, would you like to hear a song?
It's not one of those that are not worthy for airplay, is it?
Strictly conscious lyrics. I doesn't deal with slackness.
Okay, Oliver. Let's hear it.
No, man. No, man. Chat.
Please, my little Isa dumpling. That's my pet name for him.
I wonder where you got the inspiration from. Looking at his face?
Please.
All right.
All right.
All right. Or just one. Now, this song is dedicated to Donna. It named My Little Donna.
Got the Oliver.
Oh, Donna, my little Donna, I love my Donna, the little Donna, oh, Donna, my little Donna, my Donna, my Donna, my little Donna, I love the Donna.
Could you skip the chorus and go on into the rest of the song?
I said the word I know, you know, see. How long must they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look?
Well, it's not bad. I liked it.
What?
Oliver's song.
Oh, don't be absurd.
What you like about it?
Well, it's consistency.
Hey, Oliver, you the one about the dreadlocks butterfly for them.
Yeah.
Oh, no more, please. That was very nice.
Oliver, tell us about your family. Brothers, sisters.
Well, I and I only have one brother, but him they are prison.
Prison?
Innocent victim of society's injustices.
What's he in prison for?
Larceny.
Let's have a drink, Oliver.
He doesn't drink strong drinks, Dad.
Oh.
Donna! His mouth, is it hygienic?
Hey, Donna, I don't check say you're old lady like
Old
I know.
lady? Who you calling old lady? Primitive.
Look, it's only a manner of speaking, Mom.
First of all, she come in a little speech where come say, I face favor dumpling. And then she say, my song a chorus. And now she casting aspirations as to the order emancipating out of I and I mouth.
Look, let's discuss our future plans. You intend to marry Donna?
Dad. Oh, stop your bloody foolishness.
When the time right.
When will that be?
When we have enough little Africans running up and down the house.
What little Africans?
African children, Mom.
Where are you going to get those? Adopt them?
Produce them. You know, see it, enough multiplication.
How can she produce African children? She's a Jamaican.
Africans. We's all African and we must multiply, so just say.
Well, you may be an African, but my daughter is a Jamaican.
Jane, control yourself.
Enough multiplication. Me and this African here.
Oh, are you going to sit there and allow him to call our daughter an African?
Don't I have any say in this?
Shut up. You're not having no African children, and that's final.
Jane.
Oh, don't say anything to me. She's my daughter.
It's my life.
Not true. Our life.
Oliver, don't you think it would be better if you got married first before the little Africans came into being?
Before, during, after, not important. As long as I race is perpetrated, and I plan to do I part to perpetrate I race.
Well, you're going to have to find someone else to do it with.
Isn't that my...
Good evening to you. Hello. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Good evening, Mr. Merrick. How do you do?
Not bad. I'm a second early, but good to hear your voice, as always.
Good to hear yours as well. I was just airing a clip, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, with Lloyd Kelly Barrow and Oliver Samuels. Do you know that one?
Yes, in fact, my friend Bertina Macaulay was the female in the
Oh, okay.
in that piece. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you might have remembered her from the movie Cool Runnings.
Cool
also.
Runnings, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Right,
yes.
right. So thankfully, we are both here another day, and we're grateful for that.
Sure. Thank God. Thank God.
It is 7:15 p.m. Everyone, welcome. It's now time for Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. This afternoon's program, questions. You have a question? Mr. Merrick has the answer. His office is located at 782 Burke Avenue in the Bronx, and the number to contact his office, 718-519-6281. That's 718-519-6281. Mr. Merrick, I tell you, last week our phone lines were ringing off the hook because we were talking about immigration concerns that are common to most people.
Correct.
And I think it piqued their interests quite a bit. And
Good.
To the point where when I posted this afternoon the idea that we have about questions, I got a few messages in my WhatsApp inbox and I read them. I said, ooh, okay. The flyer worked. And right. And so this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as always, the lines are open to you. We're not discussing a particular topic this evening. It's all about you. So I have been promoting since I've been on air this evening. If you have already made your questions, write them down on your paper with your pen, your pencil, whatever. And we expect you to call us so that Mr. Merrick and I can talk. So we'd like to welcome you to the program this afternoon. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
How you mean? Brothers and sisters, good day now. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. Find you moving this mix up and play for the man like that and shine as I would say. Yeah. Real keen from a record machine to the spot when all I see big rock and come in as I will tell you. Find you moving this make you jump onto it speaking of this. Tell you about it. may fall before you rise. But if you really want good, you know have to run. So get up and keep your eyes on the prize. So as part of your plan, you feel have ambition, and the Almighty One as your foundation. Hey, nobody get rich and switch because that's definitely wrong.
All right, and we could go ahead and listen that song because we know the artist well and we love the rhythm. But guess what? We have a lot to talk about this afternoon. Welcome to Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. Mr. Merrick's office is located at 782 Burke Avenue in the Bronx. So, Mr. Merrick.
Yes, dear.
You know, I have been around this community for a number of years. And, you know, I have sat with people, I've heard their concerns, and I have heard of stories about people and immigration. And for a lot of people, once they hear immigration, it's either it causes them to sigh, you know, they go, or they say, oh, you know, and there's some kind of a response that comes with it.
You are correct about that. And unfortunately, if I may follow through with that statement, there are two things in this country within the bounds of the law that's practiced every single day that tends to give a lot of people a lot of grief because of either misunderstanding or the potential for fraud. The first one is real estate transactions, and the second one is, of course, immigration. And what we've come to see in Lady D is that with immigration especially, the concept of frustration and desperation tends to lead and guide the average person.
Yes.
Imagine being here in this country for 20 years. There's no home anymore. You have your kids, your grandkids, your home, your small job, and you're not legal. Imagine also that we have changes of governments every 4 years or every 8 years. And with each change comes new ideas and ideals for and against immigration. Immigration has always been, since 1887, a focal point in every presidential election. Imagine being threatened with deportation. Imagine being threatened that ICE or whatever other agency could just round you up off the street. This is extremely nerve-wracking. So it tends to create a sense of urgency, a sense of desperation, a sense of frustration, and all too often our people are guided by those negative ideas and ideals and emotions that tends to let them walk straight into the hands of dirty predators. So no wonder there's always that effect that immigration has on the undiscerning individual.
Yes, absolutely. And in keeping with that, I got a few persons who sent me questions, and I reminded them that it is important for them to tune in at 7:15 p.m. to hear the answers. Quite possibly they may call, because of course we will be giving out the telephone number right throughout the program, but I have the questions here. So if I may.
Please, yes, by all means.
All right. So the first question says, I came from the States to Jamaica in January. I am a green card holder. How long can I stay in Jamaica because I am afraid to leave due to the COVID-19?
Very good question, powerful question, and in these trying times, it's a very, very important question, I might say. Now, I had this exact question maybe 200 times in the last week or so. And the answer is very simple. We have to consider two things. Number one, the embassy is closed in Jamaica. The American embassy is closed in Jamaica. Number two, the airports are closed. There are no flights going in or leaving Jamaica. So too with the United States. So no one is expecting you to break any laws by flying at this particular time. Now, under normal conditions, let's say this horrendous disease was not around. Under
Yes.
normal conditions, you can stay out of the country for up to 1 year minus a day. 1 year minus, so right under a year, you could stay out without having any problems to re-enter the United States. That's number one. Number two, the fact that she went to Jamaica in January and now it's April, we are still within that safety zone time that she is allowed to stay out of the country. That's number two.
Okay.
Number three, and I think this is urgent, this is important for us to understand, that in New York, arriving in New York, and you have stayed over the allotted time of 1 year. Now, a lot of times you'll hear on radios and other attorneys saying 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. It's not 6 months. It's 1 year minus a day. And that's the definitive answer. Now, you will see that in New York, if you have a good reason for staying out of the country, for example, you're looking after granny, you were ill, daddy was sick, or you're looking after the business and you could not make it back, judges are not inclined to deport you.
Right.
Now, what this means is that if you stay over the time and you arrive at the airport, the officers at the airport, in their discretion, can either warn you or send you for deportation. Judges in New York are not necessarily into deporting people for something like that if they have a good reason.
Okay.
But watch out for Florida. Watch out for Florida. Different story there.
Different story there. Okay.
Yes.
Now, a second question here. Can I get my citizenship if I was charged for stealing items of clothing from a clothing store?
Okay, good question. And I've seen many of those cases over the years. In fact, I've probably done over 1,000 of those cases over the last 25, 26, 27, 28 years. It depends on the level of criminality and the time frame in which it happened. Now, if it was petty larceny, the rule is that if it is a violation or a low-level infraction and you were punished for it, it all comes down to the punishment, Lady D. Let's say you were punished and you're given a year's probation for argument's sake. You'd have to wait for 5 years after the end of the punishment period.
Okay.
So let's say in 2012 I was caught stealing from Macy's, and it was a small amount of goods. So I got caught and was charged and convicted of petty larceny under $1,000. I was sentenced to 1 year conditional discharge or 1 year probation. That's 2012. So 2013, the period ended, right? I would have to go 5 more years after that for the period of recovering and maintaining what's called good moral character. That would take me to 2018. Once we're past 2018, if there are no other criminal activities and it's a small event, you're free to file for your citizenship. You have to include it in your application. You have to disclose it, be honest with them, and tell them what happens. However, if it's grand larceny and you serve time in prison and you are given probation afterwards, depending on the level of the criminal behavior, you might be barred. So if it's small, you should be good 5 years after. If it's big, you might have a little issue that you need to discuss with an attorney to see if you're good or not.
Oh, okay. Welcome, everyone. Are you hearing the answers? I received 3 questions in my WhatsApp. I have a third one to go. But before we do that, we'd like to remind you to call the telephone number here in the Linkage Radio Station, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Now, while Mr. Merrick and I are just talking about all these kinds of, issues that people experience, and they are so concerned. Mr. Merrick, did you know that there are people who just say, boy, I'm here for so long, I don't even know go try again, because I don't know. And they just leave that hanging.
Yeah. It's sad to know that we still have individuals like that, but this is what keeps the system going. This is what actually makes it exciting as an attorney, that at all times we want to make sure that these individuals, they too are counted and they too are given an opportunity. But yes, we have a lot of individuals that kind of dug themselves into a little niche, and they're comfortable. They're comfortable being in that little groove or that little rut. However, being in that little rut, Lady D, tends to take away our future as far as the ability to vote, as far as the ability to get Medicare at the end of the day, as far as our ability to get a pension is concerned. So we have to think long term. We have to think retirement. We have to think old age. We also have to think freedom, the ability that if Granny passes away or if there's a family reunion somewhere that we can pick up ourselves with great pride and freedom and travel. So unfortunately, your statement carries so much weight that for me, it is not only anger-provoking, but it is also extremely sad to know that we have a lot of those individuals that has made themselves that comfortable being miserable.
Right. Understood. Again, you have the will to call. Now listen, once we say call, because the segment ends at 7:45, so we are open to hear your questions. What's on your heart? What is your concern? What is it about immigration that you say, boy, I was here back in the day and opportunities passed me by because of amnesty? There have been a lot of things centered around, Mr. Merrick, about amnesty that caused a lot of people not to have done it when they could have. And, they are now in regret mode, pretty much.
In immigration law, and there's two things I want to point out to follow up on your point about amnesty and other programs that were and still might be available to individuals. Unfortunately, West Indians in general and Jamaicans in particular, and look, I'm Jamaican, so I'm able to speak about what I know. And I'm not criticizing, I am remarking that we tend to listen to the village lawyers, we go to the village doctors, we go to the little man down the road, and we tend to gravitate towards somebody who has been in the United States for a long time. So, for example, this is the statement you'd often hear from an elder. Go ask Lady D, she there a long time, right? As if being here for such a long time makes you an authority in the practice of medicine or immigration, right? So, unfortunately, with immigration, there's always that gravitation towards your ethnicity and your ethnic group. The second thing I want to point out is, in case you have not realized it, ladies and gentlemen, immigration, Social Security, education, retirement, healthcare, as always, and will forever be the topic of discussions and heated debate amongst politicians every 4 years. And we see that now, and we'll continue to see it in the next 4 years. It has always been, because politics teaches us that the control of a nation is the control of its people, and the control of the people that are undesirable by the labels that we place on them, for example, terrorists or criminals or aliens, now we criticize and condemn the individuals that might have had HIV back in the days or whatever. So we label people. There's an idea or an ideal in our head. There's a picture of negativity in our head when we think about aliens. And that is how politicians use immigration to control people and to thwart the minds of good citizens. Meanwhile, Lady D, with immigration, I don't know if you know this, the government continuously and systematically raises the price on applications with a no-refund policy.
Yes.
You remember back in the days when you became a citizen, it was what, $95, if so much?
Right.
And now it's close to $1,000, and it went from 2 pages back and forth to over 20-something pages back and forth.
And so people have to be very careful when they're completing these forms.
Yes, and not only careful, but and let me teach you guys a quick little lesson about the law. Whenever you see the rules getting harder against the underdog, that is the time when the underdog needs to fight the hardest. Because if we don't fight the hardest when the rules are changing against us, one day we will have no fight left in us. So as we see the prices going up, now imagine you're going to deport me, but you're telling me that, look, pay some money, we're going to raise the fees. You're not here legally. Because remember, immigration does not have any jurisdiction over citizens. They don't have any jurisdiction over citizens, none whatsoever. Only at the airport, and they cannot detain a citizen that has no criminal offense. Can't do that. So we have immigration has jurisdiction over illegal people, and they're willing to take the illegal people's money while keeping them illegal. So if that's not political, then nothing is. So the whole idea is to get out of that rut of being in the jurisdiction of immigration. You need to make yourself that much better by stepping out of that rut, finding some way. There's a lot of programs going on, Lady D. You'll be surprised to know the amount of programs going on that might be beneficial to individuals who are listening to these village lawyers and not really paying attention to law.
Well, I think that's the problem. Not many people know. And out of fear, quite possibly, they have not attempted to find out.
Fear is one. Sometimes what I see also a lot of is complacency. What I see also is frustration that leads, the same frustration that leads John Brown to go into the hands of a predator is the same frustration that allows Mary Brown to go underground and hide. So we see the dynamics of frustration and fear playing its part. We also see the dynamics of just lackadaisical laziness, taking things for granted. You see? But that is where we are really. Now, the one thing I need to mention, revisiting the issue of citizenship, is that if you have a criminal history and you're not sure, and you're a green card holder, by filing for that citizenship with that criminal history that you're not sure about, there is a possibility, Lady D, that you could actually trigger deportation. So you want to make sure that if you have a criminal record, first rule, do not travel. Second rule, before you file for citizenship, get yourself checked out, make sure you're eligible, because at best you will fail if you're not eligible, and at worst you might trigger your own deportation.
Okay. Community Law Talk with Mr. Merrick and Lady D. Mr. Merrick's office is Attorney Merrick DeMar. That's his name. His office is located at 782 Burke Avenue in the Bronx. And if you'd like to see him to discuss a matter that you have that's really burning and you need assistance with it, his telephone number is 718-519-6281. 718-519-6281, reminding you our telephone line is open, so you may call us with your question. The segment ends at 7:45. Okay, so let's see the lines blaring up and calling. We'd like to say hello to all those who are on our YouTube channel. That's Inside the Zone. Thank you for being there, and if you'd like to share the link with someone who you know has, some concerns as well as those of you who are tuning in on my Facebook page, like my friend Carol Dowling. We went to the same high school. Hello, Carol. How are you? Mr. Merrick, may I pop over to that third question that I received?
Sure, please, by all means.
Okay, so the question says, on the matter of ineligibility, I heard you spoke about this last week. The organization I work for over 2 years is going to petition for me. What will make me eligible to adjust my status so I won't be denied?
Very good question. Very complex question, and it has many moving parts. I'll try my best to answer it in the period of time we have. Now, under labor certification, there are a number of things that we have to consider. Number one, your level of experience, your level of education, your level of skills, your length of time in the business or in the industry, and the company that's hiring you. Now, what would make you eligible is an open question, meaning eligible for what? Now, if you're doing, let's say, the extraordinary abilities, you would need to show that you are of higher, you are a scientist or a researcher. You are up there, the top echelon of scientific or academic research. You have published. Underneath that, we have exceptional skills. So a person that is top in their field and a person who is recognized by their peers. So when we speak about extraordinary abilities, we're speaking about Albert Einstein, we're speaking about a Nobel laureate, guys like those.
Yes.
Now, if we speak about a guy like Dr. Fauci, the guy that we see on television every day, is quickly moving up to the extraordinary abilities. Now, let's speak about the domestic worker. There are certain things that don't apply anymore. Domestic work is pretty much out the window. So what would make you apply? What would make you qualify pretty much in a nutshell are the following. Number one, is there a need for you in that industry? Number two, are you qualified? Do you have the skills, the training, the knowledge, and the educational accomplishment that is commensurate with the demand of that job? So let's make that job, let's say, in a publishing house. Do you have the necessary computer skills, the necessary editing skills, the necessary experience, the necessary job training, the necessary education to meet the requirements of that job? And the third and most important thing would be, is the company financially situated where they can actually sponsor you? And there's a quick test. The company must be earning 3 times what they're paying their total labor force. So the company must be grossing 3 times what is being paid to labor. So if labor is being paid $1 per year in totality, the company must be grossing at least $3 per year, the 3-to-1 ratio. Now, to specifically answer that question, Lady D, I would like to know what type of job it is. But if we don't know what type of job it is, it comes down to this. Your skills, your education, your knowledge, your abilities within that period of, within that job description, and you must be coming into the job with those skills. You cannot learn those skills on the same job that is sponsoring you. Right? Now, for the most part, what I've seen happening is a total decay of the low-level jobs, the domestic workers, the short-order chefs, the cooks, the cleanup guys, the taxi cab drivers. They're pretty much out the window. Now, certain professions, such as physical therapists and nurses, and also top chefs, are exempt from labor certification. The government actually encourages you to come here. The government will subsidize your application, put you on a fast track, and within moments, you could end up with a green card. So if you're a nurse, if you are a specialty chef, or if you're a physical therapist, there might be a green card waiting for you quicker than you can imagine in the blink of an eye. So to wrap it up, you need to show that the job needs you, that they're not creating a job for you, but there's a job opening. Number 2, you qualify based on your knowledge, your experience, your skills, your training, and your education. And number 3, the job is financially situated with a 3-to-1 ratio to hire you. Those are the topical requirements.
Okay. And what about religious workers?
Religious workers now, with all the fraud that was happening in the late 90s and early 2000s, it's been reduced drastically. There's still needs for religious workers. It would be the top levels. The choirs and the musicians are no longer there anymore. The ushers and the deacons no longer required, but the priests, and you would have to show that you have been ordained outside of that particular church. You are of the same denomination for at least 2 years, and you're coming in to lead, and you've already been ordained before you came. So there are openings still available, but there is strict scrutiny, because if you remember, Lady D, there were some unscrupulous churches that would sell a space for a green card back in the day. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So and they got wind of that.
Sure.
They did. 7:43. We have 2 minutes to go, but quite informative, Mr. Merrick. And I know that there are persons listening, making their making their notes. But you know, we are going on the premise that there are some really serious underlying issues concerning immigration. And you know, if you have gotten yourself into some things that have caused you to just throw down the arm, you know, you can pose a question, and afterwards you can go see Mr. Merrick and, you know, have that sit down with him.
One of the worst things I think a person could do to themselves is to be in somebody else's house without being wanted. It's to be in somebody else's house without being counted. It's to be in somebody else's house without being someone. So if you've been here in the United States, there's a reason you came here. There's a reason you decided to stay. There's a reason you decided to work. Make yourself count. Make yourself into someone important. Don't be all too willing to sell all your freedoms just to make a few dollars and make nothing of yourself in terms of a name. Don't live looking over your shoulder. You're not being fair to yourself.
Right.
There's so many good things available, but your neighborhood barber is the best guy to go to. Your neighborhood butcher is the best guy to go to. Your neighborhood shopkeeper is the best guy to go to for those things. But your neighborhood doctor and lawyers might not be the best place to go to for those other things.
We understand clearly. Well, Mr. Merrick, I thank you so much for joining me here this evening in Community Law Talk. And next week, we are certainly going to brainstorm something that will, you know, get the clock ticking here.
Sure. Well, I'd like to leave you with a thought, Lady D.
Yes.
As of tomorrow, as of tonight at 12:01, it is now mandatory that if you're walking on the street in New York City and you're unable to maintain the 6 feet social distancing amount, if you're in a public place on the train, you must now wear a mask.
Yes.
The governor is also thinking about imposing civil fines. So take it upon yourself to do the right thing. Wear that mask no matter what.
All right.
Best wishes, Lady D. Keep safe. We'll talk again. God bless.
All right. Take it easy, Mr. Merrick. Okay, that was Community Law Talk here inside the Zone with Lady D. Denise Gomez. Today's segment is Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I like connecting. You know, I like to engage people in conversation. If you don't make yourself visible, no one will see you. Did you know that? Whether it's by way of a hello, a handshake, somebody send you a letter. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone? When was the last time you actually looked at your handwriting and said, man, I'm Jamaican, so, you know, we have a term where we would say, you know, it looked like crab toe. We have lost our beautiful penmanship. So send me a letter. Write me a letter. Would you like to write me a letter? Anyway, drop me a line in my email, InsideTheZoneNYC@gmail.com. InsideTheZoneNYC@gmail.com. Drop me a line and let me know what you'd like to hear in this segment, Community Law Talk. Share your questions with me and I'll pass them on to Mr. Merrick. How about that? Or if you know of someone, you know, let them know that this show is here to help them. And that's what we do. So I just want to say blessings to all those who tuned into the segment. And I'm wrapping up the show. The theme for today is Sounds of Africa Thursday. So I've just been playing African selections. I started that a month ago. So each and every third Thursday, I air African selections that just have you, you know, hey Jack, I saw my little love, or like whatever that is. Want to say hi to Jackie and to Bravo. I see you. And to Carol. And to Sandy. You know, anybody hear my tone drop, they know why. Miss Sandy, how you doing? Nice hearing you, Sandy. Okay, so 914-600-4228. I am going to be playing some selections. Would you like to stay with me? Stay with me. Don't you go anywhere. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. It's a good day. What do you say, right? It's a good day, isn't it? Of course.
Day. It's the species, baby. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi peneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Yeah. Where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo. Do you know?
7:48 p.m.
If I know see my Johnny,
Yummy holiday.
Looking for my Johnny. I'm looking for my honey. You're telling me this, you're telling me that. I say this is not for me. Johnny do me conny. Johnny do me conny. He's doing me this, he's doing me that. But I know what's him on me. He go Canada, he go Tokyo. Yesterday he say he de Morocco. He dance the sicko, he sing a willow. Na lie, na Pinocchio. This one na go be. Original go be. See wahala. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi peneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Ayakata, where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo, do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny,
As you can see, we're leading them, everybody, to discover where Johnny is. There is no way we will not see. Is that not Johnny?
This one I go yeah. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi peneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo. Do you know
anybody see me Johnny anywhere?
If I know see my Johnny.
10 minutes to 7 o'clock. I'll be right back with more music. The show is brought to you by...
When you are hungry, come to Kula Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nerida Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Kula Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved ones. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Scotiabank, National Commercial Bank, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account at the nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 718-801-9370. That's 718-801-9370. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Services Incorporated, NMLS number 906-983, and or Western Union International Services LLC, NLMS number 906-985, which are licensed as money transmitters by the New York State Department of Financial Services. See terms and conditions for details.
So today we want to ask you, this thing what you do, you think say go.
Okay, so we want to say good evening to everyone, wrapping up the segment Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Got more music for you, Sounds of Africa Thursday. Hello to one and all. Want to say hi to Happy. Hey, Happy. All right, let me do a little roll call here. Let me jump over to the YouTube channel, Inside the Zone. Log on to sound like I'm trying to correct you, don't it? You see this finger here? Let me just pose up. Log on to Inside the Zone on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the link. So those of you who are over here by YouTube, let me say, hey, Happy. Hey, Evo. Thank you for stopping by over here. And want to say hello to those of you who are still on the Facebook Live. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let me play some tune. You ever hear this? A tune? You know tune, don't it? Okay. Let's do some tune right now before we end at 8 o'clock. Baby. Sounds of Africa Thursday. 7:54 p.m.
I've fallen in love with you, oh. I've made up my mind for you, oh. No matter the way that I did with you, oh. I've fallen in love with you, oh. I've made up my mind for you, oh. No matter the way that I did with you,
Sounds of Africa Thursday. Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. I've made up my mind for you. Touch FM Radio 90.1. No matter the way. Sign FM 88.9. How was your Thursday? Looking forward to the weekend? My weekend begins with you today. God willing, I'll be back on Monday to do it all over again for you. With the Monday show called The Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside.
Listen to me, my love and I retire, baby. Oh, make them to try. Me and you not die. You're my one and only. I wanna let you know something. I don't go ever leave you lonely. Make them hear me very well. I know they go anywhere. Baby, wanna give for life. I don't go do you anyhow. Baby, you're my number one. I've fallen in love with you, oh. I've made up my mind for you, oh. No matter the way that I did with you,
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Wrapping it up, wrapping it up, wrapping it up. Let me run to the phone line very quickly. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Goodbye and take care of yourself.
Blessings, Ed. Hello. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you.
Okay.
Enjoy your weekend. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. I am I'm gonna be skedaddling out of here in a few minutes, but I'd like to say hello to everyone who spent the time to stop by and to tune into the segments and, just keep my company. Now you see Claude is trying to ask me. Yes, Claude, I will be opening the gates in the New York area for you to come in by June. So a certain person will be out of here by then. Right? Okay. So, want to say thanks to everyone for tuning in, and I'm going to bless up. I have to bless them up because they bless me up. So, stay with me. Don't go anywhere. And while we're at it, reminding you that if you have to go out, get your mask. It's becoming mandatory, right? You have to wear your mask. It's important. Please do not think you can just,
Western Union is here for you. Available 24/7 every day. The Western Union app and website gives you the option of sending money from the comfort of your home straight to your loved ones. With Western Union, you can send money to banks in Jamaica, including Scotiabank, National Commercial Bank, First Global Bank, and more. Tell your receiver in Jamaica to register their bank account at the nearest Western Union location and receive funds directly into their bank accounts. Get fast and convenient service when you download the Western Union mobile app or go online at wu.com. For more information, visit wu.com or call 718-801-9370. That's 718-801-9370. Services may be provided by Western Union Financial Services Incorporated, NMLS number 906.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nerida Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
I had a great time being here. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend. As always, love yourselves, love your children. And remember, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. Blessings, everyone. Mwah. Blessings. I'm out of here.
Yo.